Cool. Okay. I'm just going to put you on mute. You've got a new album, Let the Soil Play by Caroline Shaw. So we're going to start in a standing position. So if you guys would like to come up, and then just give me thumbs up if you can hear the music okay. Can you hear that? Yeah, great. Okay, so we're going to begin with some shoulder rolls. If you can open your feet, bring your shoulders up around your ears, and then give me a good squeeze. And I want you to feel your shoulder blades kind of connecting behind you as you squeeze. A little bit of turn out through your feet, and we're going to lean and drop the shoulders through. And do the other side, so you're going to lean and drop the shoulders through. So almost like you're trying to bring your shoulder to your knee. And do it again. Quite a twist in the body. See if you can go a little bit lower, maybe take your feet slightly wider. Can you do one more on each side? And then bringing your feet in. We're going to drop the head, turn, look over the shoulder, and bring the chin down, roll the head round, and look over the other shoulder. And just do that again, drop round and through. And do it again. And twice more, so just opening the muscles at the back of the neck. And if you can come and stand on the one leg, I'm going to kick forwards and back, front and back. So bent leg as you do it, point your toes, change legs. As you bring the leg behind you, try to get your buttock muscle active, so squeeze through your bottom, coming up through the glutes, and the other side, this time with a straight leg. So pointy toes, reach into your big toe, help extend the leg. And on the other side. Reaching through the toes, lengthening through the posture. And last couple. Alrighty, opening the feet, softening the knees, sliding the hand, reach, and open. And the other side, so reach, 2, 3, and open. Breathing in and out. And do it again. Inhale as you reach, exhale as you come up. And do it again. We'll go a little bit further. And final one. And then some turn out through your toes, bending into a plie. Now as you do it, think of your knees pushing back towards your smaller toes. And do it again. Adding in some arms. We're going to open and release. And again, open and release. Arms overhead if you want to go further. Touching the fingers. And do it again. Can you do 2 more? Hold for 3, 2, 1, and final one. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Keeping this foot turned out, but push this one out the other way. So we're going to turn this one fully out. We're going to lean into a yoga triangle pose. Lengthening up with the top arm. And you reach your fingers on this top arm and open gaps in between the fingers. Turn your head, look up. What's that top arm? Deep breath. Go just a little bit further down into the stretch now. So from here we're going to bend the knee and shift into a warrior pose. So with your alignment, if you can see yourself in your screen or a mirror, try and get your heel to sit underneath the knee. Deep breath. And straightening that leg. Going back to our triangle pose, but this time bringing the arm over the top of the head by the ear. Reaching your fingers. Head back slightly. Eye gaze looking towards the fingers now to test the balance. Deep breath. Alrighty, let's release and come back up. And we're going to turn our toes out on the other side. So angling in over here. Switching the hip as we slide the hand down the shin. You spread out your fingers on the top hand, reach your fingers up to the ceiling. Eye gaze up towards the hand. Deep breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, sinking into warrior pose. Bend the knee, lengthen the arm. Sinking down into it. Can you get this thigh to sit parallel to the ground? Breathe. You might recognize this tune. We're going to straighten the leg, shift back into warrior pose, triangle even, but with the arm coming over the top, reaching through the fingers. Can you turn your eye gaze up to the fingers?
Don't go wasting your emotion.
And bend the knee. And release. Okay, good job. Let's come down onto the mat. If you need a drink, now's a good time to grab one.
On me. Don't go.
Alrighty, so if you drop down onto your back, and if you bring your knees to your chest, tap down. Up, tap. Try and get your bottom off the floor. Breathe out as you tuck. You want to come up. Balance at the top. Breathe out as you roll. Straighten up. And for next level, see if you can do the legs akimbo version. So we hold like this and then back in. Can you balance with the feet wide? And last couple. And final one. I'm going to move into shoulder bridge. So either do it with your feet flat, cushion between your knees, or for more advanced, you could do it with your feet over a roller or over a ball. So coming down onto our backs. Arms facing up. Curl the tailbone under. Squeeze through the buttock muscles as we hold at the top just for a few seconds. And then imprinting down. Let's do that again. As you roll up, squeeze and hold your pelvic floor. Keep the squeeze at the top. And then imprinting bit by bit. Let's do that again. Curling up. Squeeze and hold. And roll down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, curling up. We're going to pause at the top. Draw a circle over the top of the head with the arms. Big sweep around with the arms, keeping the hips lifted. Rolling down. curl up. Squeeze at the top, lengthen the arms. Big circle. And rolling down. Let's do that twice more through. When you're up there, push your feet downwards. That'll help get more activation through the hamstrings, through the glutes and the lower back. And let's do that one more time. Curling up. Good squeeze. Extend the arms, circle. And rolling down bone by bone. Alrighty, from here, we're going to take a stretch for our hamstrings. So we're going to extend one leg up, taking hold with the opposite hand on the calf like that. Level 2, we're going to straighten the bottom leg, pointing through both sets of toes now. So really reaching your toes. For third level, notice I'm bringing my knee and my nose together, really extending both sets of toes. And let's release down, and we're going to switch to the other leg. So opposite hand again on the calf here. If you can then straighten your bottom leg away, if you're doing level 2 today, keep reaching through both sets of toes. And then again for more advanced, nose coming towards the knee. Breathe. And release, coming down. Sliding the hands now into the curve of the back for me. That's it. So if you can pull your belly button muscle in, Pilates single leg stretch, tapping the foot. Level 1, keep it low. Level 2, knees up at 90 degrees. Third level, we'll do it with straight legs. And we're going to flex our feet and point our toes. So working into the feet, flexing, and then pointing. So make it about a foot workout today on these. That's it. So really extend through your big toe and then press your heels up. And you do 4 more. So last couple. And final one. Alrighty, bends knees. We're going to bring our left leg back down. Bring the right knee across the body like this for me. That's it. Just touch your toes down on the floor, trailing the other arm behind. Pressing down with the knee towards the ground. We're going to turn the head, looking behind the shoulder. Deep breath. Those pressures down as you breathe into your back, into your belly.
Along the room
Alrighty, let's switch to the other side. So bringing the knee up, cross, tap your foot down, the other arm trailing behind, pressing down through the knee. Deep breath. Press your shoulder down. Breathing into your belly.
gives me that racy bluish yellow feeling.
Alrighty, let's roll up from there. If you can find a stick for me, we're going to come up to standing. Have a drink if you need one. Just going to de-sock. Apparently it's on sock day at school today. Anti-bullying. There you go. Okay, so find a stick. We'll do some mobilization for our shoulders. So up and over. A bit random, this album. Now, either sticking with this version or we're going to go around the world. So we're going to come vertical with the stick, horizontal round the back, vertical to the other side, and then reverse it. So we come around the back, to the side, and then reverse. Breathing in as we go behind, and out as we move to the front. So great for keeping our shoulders nice and supple. Can you do one more each way?
Blow
And final one. Alrighty, let's make a big stride and move into some lunge stretching. So opening the hip flexors now. You can slide your top hand down by your neck, bottom hand in the curve. Wriggle the back foot away. So be on tiptoes there for me. If you can tuck your bottom under. As you come down, let's see if we can get this thigh parallel to the ground. Feel the stretch. Hold just for a few seconds. And then straightening out through the top leg. And let's do that again. So coming down. And when you're down there, can you push your back heel away, but try and keep your knuckles and lower back together, just to really dig into the hip flexor and then come back up. Let's do that again. So coming down. Now we're going to hold it here. And then notice I'm turning my body away from the back leg, trying to almost look behind me. Keep turning. And then move to the center. Come back up. Let's give the legs a little shake out. And we'll switch over to the other side. So, nice big stride. Can you get that heel on top on the back foot so it's not turned in? Square up the hips. Let's come down. Knuckles and lower back together. So focusing in on your positioning as you hold this first one. And then let's come back up and do it again. So as you come down this time, focus on the positioning, but also really working on the extension through the back leg. So pushing the back heel away, keep it nice and upright, and back up. So this time adding in the twist. Breathe, coming down. So we're going to turn away from the back leg, rotating the body, look behind you, breathe, and move to the center, and coming back up, and give your legs a little shake out there. Alrighty, well done. Have some more water. Let's keep topped up. And I'm going to keep hold of the stick and come down to all fours. So, head, shoulders, tailbone against the stick here. And see if you can keep the stick steady as you extend the leg. Lift it, getting the buttock muscle active. Can you transition to the other side, keeping the stick steady? Now, if you've got the stick nice and steady, then see if you can add the opposite arm, reaching forward for next level. So as we hold out there, we're going to hold for about 3 seconds. So if you count 3, 2, 1, and back down. Make sure the leg's lifted high enough that the buttock muscle gets active. 2, 1, back down. Notice the height in the arm. Can you get the arm sort of up by your ear? Third level, we're going to bend the leg with a flexed foot like this. Keeping the knee lifted as we extend back out and then come back down. So opposite arm and leg, level 3. Add that fold, heel towards the bottom. Extend back out and come back down. So let's keep it going. Try to keep some core activation as you do it. So your belly button muscle stays pulled in. Breathe. Pressing the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Let's do one more on each side. Keeping that knee lifted with the fold in the leg. Final one, pressing the ground away with the hand that's on the floor. And then when you're done, if you could meet me in the downward dog. So hooking the toes underneath, lifting the tailbone in the air, pressing down with the heels. Deep breath. Breathing in through your nose. Into your belly. Can you take a walk with your hands? Can you keep them flat? Walk your hands to your toes. Tuck your head in, nose to knees. Walking the hands forwards. Dropping with the knees and letting your chest lead the way down. Pushing the ground away to come back up and switching into the downward dog. So we hold, breathe, walk the hands in. Can we keep the hands fairly flat as we walk the hands towards the toes, tuck the head in, nose to knees. Walking the hands forwards, bringing the knees down again, or you can do it from your toes for more advanced. So we lower the chest into a press and come back up. Finding the downward dog again. Some strength conditioning for the arms, walking the hands in, sliding flat hand towards the toes, tucking the head in. Breathe, walking through. So again, doing it from either your knees or from your toes. Finding the downward dog again. Deep breath. Pressing the heels down, lengthening the calves as you walk your hands in, tuck the head in, nose to knees. Walking back through, we're going to repeat that just a couple more times. Find your level with it. Finding the downward dog. Breathe in through your nose, let your belly hang loose. Walking the hands in towards the toes. How flat can you keep your hands? How flat can you keep your feet? Let's do that one more time. Alrighty, so finding the downward dog. Breathe. Alrighty, and then can you walk your hands back in? I'd like you to find your stick and come back up to standing. Okay, are we nice and warm? Let's put the stick behind. So like this, hands together, touch your thumbs together. I'd like you to pull your shoulders back so there's a bit of squeeze. And really straighten your arms. Keep the squeeze on as you lift, hold, 2, 3, and back down. And do it again. Squeeze, hold, 2, 3, and back down. So with each one, see if you can create a bigger space between your arms and your back. Inhale and lift. Squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and down. Do it again. Notice how my arms sort of rotate backwards on the lift. Try and get that rotation in as well there. I'm going to do 3 more. Last couple. So final one. Alrighty, and then can you swap your stick around? Use it to check in on your positioning as you go into a quad stretch. So heel towards the bottom, hip bones pushing forwards. Either sticking with this version or adding in a forward lean. Can you get some height on the back leg? So you're lifting your thigh bone up, push your foot into your hand into your foot. Yoga bow. And then let's see if we can be steady with our transition. Wobbling optional, of course. So let's give that a go on the other side. Knees together. heel to the bottom. Push your hip bones forwards. So again, adding in, forward lean. You lift the thigh bone upwards. You push your foot into your hand into your foot. And slowly coming back through and give your legs a shake. Okay, so let's focus on some more core work. If you like to pop down onto your back again. Some scissors. This time with the hands here around the back of the head. So alternate leg hover, bringing your elbow and your knee together. Level 2, we're going to alternate. Level 3, we're going to straighten the legs. Keeping the legs low. Breathing in for the count of 2. Breathing out for 2. 2 more breaths. Alrighty, when you're done, give your knees a little cuddle up. And roll over to all fours. Now, if you want to, you can go into a basic glute stretch if you've got any trouble with your knees. Or let's give the piriformis stretch a go today. So we've got the heel in the groin area, the knee down the middle of the mat, and we're going to angle the knee off at 45 degrees. Sliding the back leg away as we drop down into the right buttock. Bringing the chest down onto the leg. Notice my arms are forward and I'm up on my fingertips. Notice where my back leg goes now. I'm going to wriggle it across this way behind. And I'm shifting all the body weight into the right hip. Breathing deeply. Notice any grip around that hip. Ask it to let it go. Alrighty, let's release. And switch to the other side. So heel in the groin. Straight leg behind, angling the knee off at 45 degrees. Make sure you get that angle. Bringing the chest down to the inner thigh and wriggling the back foot across. Shifting the body weight into the left hip. Breathe. And noticing any grip around that hip, allow it to soften and let go. Alrighty, let's move into a seated position. Some curls next. So you could use your strap underneath your feet if you need support coming up and down. Or level 2, we're gonna roll like this. Or you can use your ball if you're doing more advanced ball work with me. Adding in arms for more advanced. You're gonna stay on the ground. So we're gonna inhale as we come back. And exhale as we come up. When you're in the upright position, try to get right up onto your sit bones. Exhaling on the lift, sitting up onto the sit bones, breathing in on the way down. do 3 more. So working into the abs, last couple. And final one. Move our feet wide. Come up onto the sit bones. If you need to grab a wedge, a cushion, something just to elevate so that your pelvis sits more upright. We're going to walk our hands forwards, clawing the floor, bringing the chest down. Just notice where you get to on this first one. Flexing the feet. So we're going to bring the toes up, walk the hands back in. Alrighty, so then on the way down, can you point your toes? So pointy toes as you walk forwards again. See if you can go just an inch or so further. Flexing your feet whilst you're down there. Chest towards the floor. And then walking back in with the foot flexed. Alrighty, so pointy toes again on the way down. Keep the hands fairly wide. Chest coming down towards the ground. Deep breath. Flexing the feet and walking back in. Let's do that again. 2 more. Pointy toes. Chest coming down. Light with the hands. Flexing the feet. Walking back in. 1 more time. Are we in box split yet? Pointy toes. Soften your knees, particularly if it catches your knees. Flexing the feet. Coming back in. And give your legs a shake out there. Great. Coming down onto the back. Fingertips in the curve of the back. Pull your belly button muscle in as we circle the knee. Hover the other leg for level 2. Or both legs straight for level 3. How wide can you take the circle without losing pressure on the opposite hand? Reverse back in the opposite direction. Breathe. Press down through your shoulders. Give your knees a little cuddle. And we're going to switch over to the other side. So level 1, knee circle. Level 2, other leg hovered. Level 3, both legs are straight. Can you keep the imprint well on both the hands as you circle? And can we go in the opposite direction? Breathe. Last couple. So final one. Again, when you're done, give your knees a cuddle. Alrighty, so from here, we're going to roll up, come up to standing. Can you find your stick again? So some squats next. You can either just use your stick, or if you want to grab a bit of weight, use your weights. So if you're going to focus on using the stick, on your posture. You pop the stick behind you, feet just slightly wider than your hips. You come down, hold the squat for 3, 2, 1, and then lift. Push your knees out so they angle towards your smaller toes, or you can bring the stick or the weights through here. Or for more advanced, bringing the arms up by the ears, or you can give it a go on your foam roller. Planning on going skiing at all, this is a good way to do a bit of wobble work. Best way to start them off is to plant your stick down in front, and then over time, as you build up confidence with the roller, you take the stick in front of you. So can you do 2 more? Make sure you're doing the right level that challenges you feels achievable. Alrighty, so final one. Alrighty, let's release and give the legs a shake. Would you like another drink? Have some more water. Alrighty, let's come down onto our front. You will still need a stick. So some work to condition our back muscles. I'm going to pop the stick at the top end of the mat. If you could just have a look at me first. So I want you to concentrate on your hip bones weighting down so that you keep them on the ground as you hover a single leg, getting the buttock muscle active, and then gripping the stick for level 2, adding some lift with the arm and pulling, almost like you're trying to pull the stick apart. So you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, reach into the toes, and then come back down. So it's all in the pull of the arms and the reach of the toes, getting some height on the leg, keeping the hips weighted down. The third level, notice now I'm lifting up through the upper body, eye gaze is slightly forward, and then the forehead touches down. We've got 4 to go. Last couple. And final one. Alrighty, from here, we're going to sit back, open the knees, chest down into child pose. Allow your belly to hang loose. Breathe into your belly. Switching into a groin stretch. So if you could bring your elbows down like this, opens the knees, toes together, and then push your bottom back, eye gaze forwards, chest open. Opening the feet wider, turning the toes out and pressing the heels down as you push back. The hands in, opening out through the legs. And again, if you need something to sit on just to get your posture more upright, then grab a wedge or a cushion, some side leans. So I'm going to point the toes, hands up like this for me. If you can roll your thumbs back, roll into your shoulders like that. That's it. And then we're going to flex the feet as we lean and reach this arm. So try to extend your fingers. That's it. Breathing in at the top. And then exhale as you lean. So good reach with this top arm. That's it. See if you can get that arm back by your ear. So arm back, that's it. And back up. Point your toes. And do it again. So arm back by the ear. And over time, working towards grabbing hold of the foot and using that as a bit of a lever down. Increase the pull. I'm going to do it 4 more times. So see if you can go just that little bit further. And your last 4. Can you do 2 more all the way down now? Pushing on a little bit. And final 1. Alrighty, give your legs a good old shake out. We're going to come and lay down onto our front, either going into a single quad stretch or into a double one. So level 2, heels towards your bottom, hips weighted down. Breathe And let's release. Alrighty, so if you're doing the single leg one, do the other side. If you're doing the double leg one, heels towards your bottom. And this time, see if you can get your thighs to come up off the ground like that. So we're going to open the knees, heels towards the bottom. So more advanced, lifting the thighs. Breathe. Resting off. And can we find position on our backs again? Some glute stretches. So right leg over left. Hands pop just here at the back of the thigh. Use your hands to pull the leg in. Okay, interlace the fingers at the front of the shin. Press your shoulders down. Press the knee out. Either stick with this version or notice now I'm bringing my opposite hand to the top foot here on the bridge and then taking this hand out and around. So take hold of the other foot and bring both feet to the ground like that. Push the bottom knee down, push your top knee away, squeeze your shoulders, breathe deeply. Breathing into your belly. Great little stretch for the outer part of the hip. Let's give the glutes a stretch on the other side. So bent knees, use the hands to pull at the back of the thigh and the elbow here just to push out. Sometimes our body weight can kind of shift around. Try to centralize it. Notice where you feel the stretch. Interlacing fingers around the front of the shin. Breathe. And if you can pop your hands just on top of your feet, opposite hands to feet. Bring the feet to the floor. Push the bottom knee down, top knee away. Squeeze your shoulder blades, deep breath. Breathing into the belly. Alrighty, if you can untangle your legs, pop your hands on top of your belly. Closing your eyes and feel breath rising and falling inside your abdomen. And a deeper, fuller breath so your hands fill up with air. And then emptying out. Again, let your hands fill up with air. Emptying out. Deep breath. Noticing the sounds around you. Noticing the more distant sounds. And just taking a moment to kind of give yourself a virtual pat on the back, virtual hug or a high five, just for getting the exercise done today. Easy not to do it. Showed up and did it. Just taking a moment to acknowledge that. And when you're ready, I'd like you to open your eyes. If you can find your stick, so if you can roll and then come up to standing. We'll take a little stretch for our neck and our shoulders. So if you can just pop your stick behind you there, walk your hands towards each other. Grip and pull like we're trying to pull the stick apart, and then turn the head so we look over the shoulder, look down, breathe deeply. Keeping some body weight in your heels. And let's release and swap to the other side. So on your top arm, can you push that elbow so it sticks up towards the ceiling there? The hands as close together as you can, grip and pull. See if you can get the stick and the tailbone to touch each other as you turn your head. Breathe. And release. Alrighty, so when you're ready, if you'd like to hit your unmute,